about a week ago, they came to Dad and said, we've made a song and we would really like to present today. So tuwapigie makofi hawa vijana as we continue with the program. And also we'll have more speeches from our friends. We'll have more speeches from the government officials. We'll have more speeches from our partners. So the event is now beginning. Makofi kwa hao.
So my name is Mohamed Kitao. I come from Kilifi County. I joined MCF in the year 2014. Before joining MCF, my life was difficult because we were poor and my parents were not employed, so they could not provide the basic needs. But therefore, after joining MCF, I've got everything that I need. I've got food, shelter, and love. So the team that is in front of you is the Mully Gospel Band, and we are going to sing a special dedication song to our parents, that is Daddy Mully and Mami Esther, for they have been so supportive to us. They have given us everything that we need. Thank you.
Tuwapigie makofi, waanze wimbo, ndio tuendelee na program.
I'm so glad to be in MCF. 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 The home of champions. We are the winners. The home of legends. We are the winners. The home of champions. MCF. The home of legends. MCF. I'm so glad to be in 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 MCF. Machozi umeyafuta, huzuni umeondoa. Machozi umeyafuta, huzuni umeondoa. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata upendo we. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata huruma we. Machozi, machozi umeyafuta, huzuni, huzuni umeondoa. Machozi, machozi umeyafuta, huzuni umeondoa. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata upendo we. Upendo Baba we. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata huruma. tumepata upendo upendo Baba. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata huruma we. I'm so glad to be in MCF. 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 Machozi umeyafuta Baba, huzuni umeondoa machozi umeyafuta Baba, huzuni umeondoa kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata upendo upendo Baba we. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata huruma we. Machozi umeyafuta, huzuni umeondoa, machozi umeyafuta, huzuni umeondoa. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata upendo we. Kupitia Daddy Mully tumepata huruma we. I'm so glad to be in MCF. I'm so glad to be in MCF.
Tuwapigie makofi. I am so glad to be in Mully Children's Family. I am so glad to be in MCF. Indeed, there is a reason why they are glad, because life has changed. MCF is about life transformation. And indeed, their lives have been transformed. Over 30,000 have been transformed their lives, and that is the testimony. As we go along, I would like to introduce you to a man called Vilivo. And in MCF, we not only take care of children or the youths in our campuses, we also are in making sure that we take care of the communities that are around us. We offer different services, and here in MCF Ndalani, we have a community health program whereby we have our own medical officers who go round into the village to take care of the sick, to ensure that they get drugs for free, you know, the ones for who need medicine for pressure or hypertension, and also diabetics. So we do that, or wound care and all that. And beyond that, MCF has been able to put up houses or housing for those people who are impoverished and they are not able to get a decent life, a decent place to sleep. And we also give food to almost 250 families, whereby we supply them with food every time, such that they are able to have a meal a day. And here in MCF Ndalani, we also have children from the community that come for lunch and for dinner and for even breakfast every single day, 360 days in a year. So why do we do this? We do this so that we are able to stop that child from getting into the streets or being a beggar. We rescue young mothers. We rescue teenage mothers, defiled children from all over. And today we are getting a testimony of one who is called Filippo. And I would like to ask Mbidi to come here. Festus Mbidi and Filippo to come here. And then he will give us a testimony. Let's put our hands together for this old man called Filippo. Tumpigie makofi vizuri ndiye asikie at least amekaribishwa. Filippo, tika libo.
Mwasio. Ninamukezia muno.
I greet you all.
Anaitwa Philip Muya.
My name is Philip Muya.
Kuma ba kwa Ngei.
I come from Ngei village.
Nino kiena kwa twaithi na banini.
I had a big problem.
No kana umia ko.
I got an injury on my leg.
Na unusu nino kieba hospitali.
And I was able to come to visit MCF dispensary.
Wethi anditethekea ba.
And I couldn't get help because of the extent of the injury.
Ndadiela wewiu ambiye ngale yekewa mauta.
And so when Daddy Mully received this news, he was able to refer me
Na twawa ilobi bandu beto wa Coptic Nairobi.
to a referral hospital in Nairobi by the name Coptic Hospital.
Na ina ndiye na itwa.
And I was able to be attended to medically.
Na neso butewa.
And later I got well and I was able to get released from the hospital.
Na butewa ndandecha.
And after I was released from the hospital,
Wandetie ba kwake.
he still brought me home. Daddy Mully still brought me in his home.
Ande anombi obisia.
And he continued taking care of me and nursing me
Bikane so kwa tabina.
until I was able to get strength on my leg.
Na ndeyo na kliniki.
I continued with clinic
Kuma binda yuno kana boa.
and I got healed.
Ani mutongea mubea muno saidi.
And I would like to appreciate Daddy Mully so much.
Ngaiya mwathime pio.
And God bless you so much, Daddy Mully.
Na keka ninye ngai.
If I were God,
Wesethia esiolia tansoka.
I would have continued to renew him
Akasio
like the way the snake, you know, the way snakes renew themselves. That's how he could be renewing Daddy Mully every day.
Mundu otethia siumbe sia ngai.
Because of continuously helping his creation.
Ani wokia ambose asiana.
And Daddy Mully has been able to rescue all my children.
Masome ao ba kwake onde.
They get free education here at Mully Children's Family.
O kana mpakia nyumbani na kita kwa mukwa kwacha.
And if that was not enough, Daddy Mully went ahead and he has been able to build a house for my family.
Ndako manumba yebati ninako Yesu ne wesethia nikita kwa mukwa.
I have never slept in a iron sheet house, but now I can be able to sleep in a iron sheet house that is fully built.
Ngaiya mutethia milele na milele.
May God bless you forever and ever.
Ninaiwa moyona sandi. Ngaiya mwathime.
I am so blessed. I feel so happy. May God bless you.
Na sandi.
Thank you so much.
Let's put our hands together. Thank you, Filippo. Ni mubea muno. Asante. Oh, we thank God, isn't it? There is no situation that God cannot change. Hallelujah. And indeed, that is what we believe in. Making sure that everybody lives a dignified livelihood. I would like to make welcome also Equity Bank head office. We have Nixon, Mr. Nixon. Thank you so much for coming. We have also the Karate Federation. There are 4 officials from the National Karate Federation. Can we just see you? Because you will see our karate team is going to be performing very, very soon. Thank you so much for coming.
Makofi kwao, tuwapigie wageni makofi.
Hey.
Makofi. Asante.
We have from Matu Hospital, Jeremy. Thank you so much for coming. And all the way from the county government, we have the We have the ministers, actually there are two. We have ministers of gender, children, youth, and sports. They are here with us. One is from Machakos County, and the other one is also from Makueni County. Let's give them a hand clap and warm welcome. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and for coming here. And all of you who have come, we know that it has taken the hand of God. I have seen also Reverend Kitonyi all the way from Eldoret. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We have KCB here. We have our dear friends also from Equity. We are so grateful. And each and every one of you who has come, we are grateful. And as we carry on, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School. Can we stand up if you're from Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School?
Siana Siondesia, Dr. Charles Okeleiba Lemwe, all the students from Dr. Charles Secondary, stand up.
Oe, Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School, oe.
Oe.
Oe. So all those are actually, we have another branch or campus that is called the Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School that was begun because there was need for a secondary school here of children who could not afford high school or secondary school, and that is the genesis of Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School. With no much ado, I would like to invite none other but the principal of Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School, Mr. Kenyoto, who has actually been here, and he spent his very young years here, immediately after he finished university. I believe so. Karibu sana mwalimu. And as he goes on, we would like Vipingo children, make sure that you're here. Vipingo children, karibuni hapa, watu wa karate na acrobats. Karibieni. Thank you.
Riding on the already established protocol, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Charlo Kinyutu, the current principal of Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School in Nyanzani. I was introduced to Daddy Mully by one late pastor called Kilonzo, Pastor Kilonzo, in the year 1998, when most of you seated here were not born. I have worked with Daddy Mully for long enough to know most of his operations which have not been documented, most of his activities which are yet to be known by people seated here. The community around has benefited immensely from the activities of this one man, Daddy Mully. English men say charity begins at home, and I want to testify to everybody seated here that Daddy has not ignored his immediate community. We have benefited from his ministry as a community in diverse ways. In terms of feeding programs, Daddy Mully's activities have benefited the community so much. Currently, is feeding more than 100 schools, both primary and secondary schools around. Those around who have benefited from food from MCF, can you show me by lifting up your hands? Schools which have received relief food, food aid from Daddy Mully. Are you there? I can see hands there. I'm seeing fewer hands than I expect. Possibly the beneficiaries have not come to this occasion. I want to say, in terms of medication, the community has benefited from the hospital here from time immemorial. Ladies have been coming here to deliver, and they have always been received and being helped. At night, the community is calling Mully every day, and he has never ignored any requests from a member of the community. On behalf of Ndalani community, on behalf of all public schools which are receiving food every time from Daddy Mully, we want to join the voices which are congratulating Daddy today as we celebrate his 35th anniversary. We want to say a gift from God is here with us. We have received this man from a lot of special skill from Daddy, a lot of competence, a lot of innovativeness. And I want to pray that the spirit of Daddy, Mully model, may be adopted by governments, may be adopted by family leaders, because it is needed even in posterity. All generations need the Mully model so that we may take care of the disadvantaged members of our society. I want to say, may God bless Mully Children's family. May God bless Dr. Charles Mully Secondary School. Amen.
Asante Makofi. Thank you so much. Bwana Kinyutu, we thank you. We are grateful. As we transition to the next speech, we'd like to welcome the Mully Children's family from Vipingo. Vipingo is in the coast region, and they have come all the way with a Mijikenda dance. Hey, watoto tushangilie wanapoingia ndani. Welcome, welcome MCF Vipingo. Karibu, karibu. After MCF Vipingo, we're going to have another speech, which I'm going to introduce. Asante.
MCF Vipingo, ready to present for you Giriama folk song. This song was sung to praise God during ceremony. Sit back, shock your collar, relax and enjoy.
Asante, makofi kwao. Tushangilie, tuwapigie makofi. Let us clap for the MCF Vipingo. Asante sana, wanapomalizia dansi yao tuweze kuendelea na program. Shangwe na vigelegele. Shangwe na vigelegele. Asante ni sana. We thank God so much for you. Tunashukuru Mungu sana kwa kuwaleta na kuwapatia nafasi ya kuja. We have the next speaker who's coming to speak here. He's not a man who is distant from MCF. Neither is he a person that we do not know. Bwana Jacob Ouma, I first met him in the year 1996. I believe I had just come. Dad had transferred us from Dalani, from Eldoret to Ndalani in 1995. And Jacob Ouma was the founding manager of MCF Ndalani. Tumpigie makofi. Tumpigie makofi. And even before that, when he met our dad, he was a university student. He was a young man. And when he came, he's been mentored. He's very good friends with our father. And right now, through the grace of God and through hard work, Jacob Ouma is one of the leading leaders in Kenya as the county commissioner of Meru. Tumpigie makofi. Tupige makofi. Ningependa tufanye ile tunasema 5 factorial. Tutengeneze mikono MCF, tutengeneze mikono 5 factorial. Tuanze 5, 4, 3. Asante sana. Welcome Jacob.
Asante sana. Watoto hoe! Hoe! Asante sana. Thank you very much for this opportunity. All protocols, Dr. Professor Charles Mully and Mama, distinguished guests from all over the globe, watoto wa nyumbani, Madam DCC and the government team, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. How are you? And maitu muyazeo? Muyazeo inge? Thus, I want to take this early opportunity to express my joy to be here this afternoon to commemorate the 35th anniversary of Mully Children's Home. I wish to be very brief, but I wish to be very categorical in saying that I met Professor Charles Mully in the early 90s when I was still a student in Moi University. I used to go to AIC fellowship in Eldoret, and by some strange coincidence, we became friends. Little did I know that this friendship was going to blossom into something greater, and it was going to be a source of blessings. When I was through with university and I had just graduated, the same coincidence took me somewhere to town. And very unexpectedly, the man, Professor Charles Mully, saw me and he called me across. He was at the entrance of Barclays Bank in Eldoret. And he asked me, young man, how are you? I told him that I'm fine. And then he asked me, are you through with college? I told him yes. Then he asked me a question. So what are you doing now that you are through with college? I told him that I'm just looking around to see if I can get something to keep me around. Then he told me, follow me. Follow me, come over to MCF Pioneer, and I'll show you something to do. I remember going there the following morning, and who did I meet? I met Bwana Mully, Dr. Mully, Professor Mully. I met Mama, I met the other children, and I was introduced to a whole host of children who were in various forms. Some looked haggard, others looked composed, others looked disoriented. Everybody was there. And I was told that, look here, I want you to live here and work with these children and be able to help them. When you come from the university and you have a degree, it's still very new, it's smelling very nice, you think about a white-collar job and something much more interesting and exciting. But here was Dr. Mully telling me, come on, here we are. I was excited about the whole thing, though, and we worked together in Eldoret, and thereafter, After a short while, I got excited. I really mingled up with the children. I told them a few things. And then I was to be transferred. After I realized that I had the capacity, by the grace of God, he brought me to Ndalani, where we are standing today. Today, as I look out here and I see fancy buildings and all these things were not here. The river flew silently and peacefully. There were no big structures. All these trees I see here were not there. But we came here, and through his guidance, he made me a project manager. I asked myself, what was I going to manage? I realized later that I was managing through him. And in managing through him, I learned things which no university student is taught through the textbooks and in the lecture rooms. I learned one thing, that you have to be selfless. Selfless in terms of being able to serve people without thinking about what you are going to get at the end of it all. In a world where everybody thinks about his stomach, everybody wants to adorn a pot belly and walk around with a pot belly. Mully taught me one thing, that you have to be selfless, serve the people. Don't think about your stomach, think about the welfare of the others. In Ndalani here, the same Professor Mully taught me something about servant leadership, to be able to serve with humility, to be able to accept people with humility. And as if that was not enough, he taught me something which has always been with me. Patience. When you are dealing with children from the streets who have consumed whatever they have consumed, who have sniffed every other thing on the streets, if you are not patient, then you are going to break everybody up. The same professor taught me something on patience. We mingled, and I taught many of our people here. I was both an English and Kiswahili teacher. Kama nilikufunza Kiswahili, simama juu, Mungu anaona. Kama nilikufunza Kiswahili, inua mkono. Oye! If I taught you English, inua mkono, and many others. Dr. Mully gave me the opportunity not only to serve, but to also be transformed. Mully Children's Family Home, through the guidance of Professor Mully, changed my mindset such that I didn't know that someday that mindset would take me to Emorian Heights. When I left Mully, in other places when you live with a curse. When I left this place, Mully blessed me and told me, son, move well. And one day, if you feel like coming home, the gate and the door is open. And I went out there. He blessed me. I've moved from a district officer all the way through the years. And currently, I am a county commissioner. There are only 47 of them in the Republic of Kenya. Thank you very much, Professor Charles Mully. While you gave me a job, it was a job indeed, because it also served to rehabilitate my thinking and my mind and my perception about issues. And that is why I stand today here and I testify that you are a great man. Many people who run children's homes use them as rent-seeking ventures, where they get resources, ni kujaza tumbo tu ile. Si mtajua? Kwa hivyo nikikamilisha jamani, kwa sababu najua kuna mambo mengi. Ni muhimu na mimi pia nizungumze kwa lugha yetu ya hapa kwetu. Titi la mama ni tamu, japo la mbwa. Heshima ambaye alinitwika Daktari Professor Mully ya kunileta hapa na pia kunifunza kazi. Akawa mzee wa ndoto. Usiku akinipeleka mtoni pale tukisimama kwenye mwamba, maji yakitiririka, ananiambia hapa kutakuwa shule kubwa ya upili, hapa kutakuwa sijui chuo, hapa kutakuwa nini. Nikishangaa huyu mzee, mapepo ya kwao yamempagawa nini? Sikujua ya kwamba yule mzee alikuwa na maono ambayo mimi ubwabwa wa shingo hujanitoka singeweza kuyaona. Lakini naposimama leo kuadhimisha mwaka 35, ninaona kweli Mwenyezi Mungu alikuwa na maono ambayo alikuwa anayaona. Jalali akubariki mzee, akujalie neema zaidi, akujalie rehema. Ile university tulozungumzia mtoni pale, kile chuo kikuu, unapotimiza ile ndoto, Mungu akiwa amenipa uhai, bado akili zangu razini, nitakuja pale hata mimi nitakuwa mhadhiri, nitarudi nyumbani.
Makofi.
Asanteni sana.
Wow.
Na ekani minulikile na kikamba, ilata akinyembuziu tene usu, ninge otinena, anduma utui ve anduma tulea ve anduma kimamu tumeuzundele mamu kimanga tudhele maeneno alama undu tena anduani lakini omwanozu wa dhela wandele niwe ukwetie na utethetie ciana situ ingi ikauluka na ndeke ingi ikatuika ndakitali tutungie ngai muvea nundu wake na tumuvoye muo maishani make. Thank you very much. Ngai namwathime. God bless you. God bless Mully Children's Home. Congratulations Professor Mully and Mama. Asanteni.
Tusimame, makofi. Tusimame sisi sote. Let us stand. Let us be upstanding. Tumpigie Bwana Jacob Bauma makofi. So, the next presentation, we've been sat for a long time. And so, the next presentation that we are going to have is from Mully Children's Family Karate. And the reason we are standing, I want to know, katikati nyinyi wote, is there someone who wants to come here and defend their championship against our karate team? Kuna mtu anataka kuja kufight na watu wa karate? Aya, sawa basi. Tupige makofi. Let us clap for the MCF karate team. Let us clap for them. Makofi. Thank you. Let us have our seats. We are just stretching so that we do not get tired. Thank you so much, Jacob Bauma. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your kindness. And there is nothing as good as having national leaders who fear God, who love God, who are against corruption, who are men of integrity. And that is what Jacob Ouma is, and we are so proud of you. Tumpigie Ouma makofi tena, makofi! As the MCF karate team prepares, I would like to just mention that we have very many guests, and some of them will have time to speak. But I would like to recognize...
Good lines.
I would like to recognize Madam Dorcas from Miata Prison. Thank you so much for coming. I'd like to recognize the chief and assistant chiefs from the entire Miata sub-county, from Dalani, from Kilimani, from the side of Kisiki. Tupige makofi. Thank you. Our chiefs have been so helpful, especially when we are rehabilitating and being able to get the children. Again, we are so happy because of Madam Miriam Kiema, the Sub-County Director of Education, makofi kwake. We are also very blessed to have Dan Obongo, OCS, Officer Commanding Police Station, the head of the police in the area. Tumpigie makofi. We are also happy to have Mr. Samuel Otieno, DCIO, that is Directorate of Investigation Office, which is similar to the FBI here in Kenya. And then we have Shadrach from Child's Life International, and we also have Esther from NIAS Kenya. So thank you so much for all our visitors, and for those who we have not yet mentioned, kindly let us know so that we can recognize. Asante. Tupigie karate makofi wanapoanza. Acrobats, please be ready to be next.
Now read. Showman. Now read. Shimoza. Now read. Yoi. Hidari zengu sagnambre. Hey. Maigeri Oinzuki Tate Hempi. Strong. Ich. Matek number 8. Ich. Matek number I. Basic number 2. Sabonzuki, Oinzuki. Ich. E. Sanki I. Matek number 8. Ich. E. Sanki I. Matek number I. Yamin. Now read. Kata. Ayan Shoran. Ajme. Yes. Subirishi. Nari. Hidari zengu sa demre. Hidari zengu sa demre. Yemen. Nari. Self defense.
Makofi. DJ Afro ako wapi? Hapo anapambana kabisa.
Sword play. Japanese they call ball play.
Makofi, makofi kwao.
So the three boys and one girl from Mully Children's family, and a courtesy of our dad, Daddy Mully. And I can see we have federation around the officials from Nairobi. Daddy Mully have been sponsoring the dear ones. Actually, as you see them, the four of them, they're in Kenya National Karate Team. And probably by the end of the month, they will be attending for Africa Championship in Rwanda. And hopefully, they are going to do their best. And last week, but one, they were in Mombasa for National Karate Championship held in Makupa. And out of 30 teams, Mully Children's Karate Team, God helped the team, and they scooped 10 gold medals, 7 silver medals, 6 bronze medals, and they were position 1 in Kenya. Even the Kenya Federation, they can bear that. The team has been doing marvelous well, under courtesy of our dad, Charles, Dr. Mully. We are so much proud of him. The application of the sword. Kindly, please don't try this at home. Yamen. Kata. Kata, MP Kata. So what I'm going to do is the senior kata for karate. The 3 boys are brown belt. So next year they'll be doing their first black belt. Having our technical commissioner around us, we are so happy, simply because come next year, this year, they will play for country Kenya.
Wonderful.
These have
Wakiendelea
just happened.
kumalizia, tutauliza acrobat team wakuwe tayari ndio waweze kuchukua ushukani.
So these have happened because of our Daddy Mully and Mama Esther. They have given them platform to understand their talents and, of course, nurturing their talents. So proud of Daddy Mully. The application of what they have just done.
Makofi kwao, makofi kwao, makofi. Asante, asante, makofi kwao. Tumalizie ndio tupate the next presentation.
Amen. Subirashi. Nari. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Us.
Tupigie karate makofi. Tupigie makate. Hey, 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 makofi, makofi, makofi. Aya, acrobat team, junior team, karibuni, karibuni. MCF acrobat team, tunawakaribisha. Asante sana, asante sana. Mnaweza fanyia hapo chini, mnaweza fanyia kwa carpet, mahali mnaona mpakiwa sawa na nyinyi, mmekaribishwa kufanya. Watu wa dance, tusisimame kwa carpet, tuende huko kando kwa nyasi. Vijana wa acrobat turudi nyuma kwa carpet. Vijana wa acrobat turudi nyuma kidogo. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Wonderful. Tufanye gym kwa carpet. Asante. tunapoendelea, Gladys Ngina, come to the stage. Gladys Ngina, come behind the stage at the VIP holding area. Tupige makofi watoto wanapoondoka. Hey, tuwashangilie watoto wetu. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Gladys Ngina. Makofi, makofi, makofi. Tuwashangilie makofi. Makofi, pigia makofi. Hey, tuwapigie makofi. Tuwapigie makofi. Asante sana. Tunawashukuru sana na asante kwa watoto wetu ambao wameweza kufanya acrobat, ambao wameweza kufanya karate na ambao wameweza kufanya various presentations. Next, we are going to have Delani, but also in Yata, Lamu, the Mount Kenya region, and various other places. We've planted over 30 million trees. Tujipigie makofi. Tujipigie makofi, MCF, oe! And all this is because what we believe in is because God has given us the opportunity to be able to take care of not only the children, but also the environment. As I had already welcomed the Director of Children's Services, I cannot see her. We are going to move swiftly with our program so that we are going to invite a different guest to be able to come and give us a short speech. We are almost finishing. Tuibakubi kumina chadhi kitu, tukilia kumina chadhi kitu, kou tafadhali mutuwie radhi tunapoendelea kumalizia event yetu.
Oe! Volume imeisha. Oe! As we carry on, as we wait for the Directorate of Children's Services to come here, we would like to thank you very much. We have people from different people from the sub-county. We have different principals and head teachers. Can we see them? We work with over 70 schools, high schools and primary schools. So all the principals and all the head teachers from different schools in the region, can you just stand wherever you are? I know that schools are closed, but you have come here. Able to wapigia walimu wetu makofi. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana kwa kuwa pande hii. And we really appreciate. We've been working with you, and it's always a joy. And the last time we were with them, we had a capacity building initiative, and we look forward to working with you. As we supply also, we have been supplying food to several of these schools. I would also like to thank all the pastors from several churches. Can we see all the women and men of God from different churches, different places? If you are a pastor, you are a minister, can you please stand up and just be on your feet? Can we really welcome and appreciate all the men and women of God from different places? We really honor you and thank you. Thank you so much for coming. And we want also to recognize Wasie from Norwegian Church Aid, a very old friend of ours. Can we clap for Wasie? She has stood with us. We started the climate action right from the early 90s with them. And Wasie, I can tell you, right now we've planted over 20 million trees. I don't know where you left us, but we have planted over 20 million trees in the region, also in Lamu. As you remember, we were working with you, and God has really blessed us. And I will also want to thank all we have the OCS Matu, Mr. Dan Asante Sana. You've been a friend of ours, and we want to say we know that indeed the police and the prisons and everybody who is in charge of security, you've been supporting us, and we are grateful. Asante Sana. And we would also like to thank the mercy servants in Kithioko. We've been working with them. We have Sister Mary. Sister Mary is here. Thank you so much. You came along with Mercy. We are grateful. We work with them, and we also support them. We also want to thank you very much. We have also the Yata TVC principal, Mary Muniva, is here. We are grateful. Thank you so much. And we have others who are also from... we want to also say, as you have seen here, we have been having our service providers who are here with us, providing different services. And one, we have the Shiners, Extreme Occasions, able to wapigie makofi. Wametuandalia all these beautiful tents that you're seeing. We have the Homeboys. Hello, situ wapigie makofi. Thank you so much, Homeboys, for being a part and parcel of our family. And we have our people from Zuri who have provided the mobile toilets, Asante Sana. We have the security people from NYS. Ebu tuwapigie makofi. Yes, NYS and the Kenya Police are here to ensure our security. They are here. And then we have catering services that also we have a tasted, they are called Tasted Cuisine. And also we have our Mully College hospitality team that is also doing that. So with no much ado, I would like to invite the representative. I would like to welcome from the children, they changed their name to Directorate of Children's Services, right? So I would like to make welcome. Will you please kindly come? Let's put our hands together. We work with this department hand in hand. And I would like to say, Karibu Sana. Thank you.
Makofi kwa Mr. Francis Karaoke. Let us welcome Bwana Francis Karaoke to give us a short speech on behalf of the Directorate of Children's Services.
So thank you so much. As you have heard, I'm Kariuki Francis. I'm the Sub-County Children's Officer, Masinga. On behalf of my Director, Machakos, Madam Rhonda, and my colleagues, I'd like to say hello to everybody, Professor and all protocol observed. Ours is to appreciate the great effort that Mully's family has undertaken over these great years, 35 years. And it is not a simple journey. If we can have somebody from abroad undertaking a PhD on what the institution is doing, it speaks a lot about the institution. If somebody can study the institution, then we as a community, we should be able to run from the same institution. And what I think the family is teaching us, one is love, compassion, focus, determination, consistency, because it is not easy to keep on going for 35 years. We have seen a lot of achievement over these years. The product from the various Mully institutions are enough indicators of the efforts that has been put behind what is happening and what has been achieved. What I would like to urge our colleagues, our parents, is the Bible. In the Bible, we have a young man who went to Jesus. And he told Jesus, he asked Jesus what he can do to be able to achieve eternal life. And after Jesus questioned him, he said that he had done he had followed all the laws and commandments. However, Jesus told the young man to go back home because he was a rich man and sell all his belongings and give it to the poor, give the proceedings to the poor. And from that moment, that young man got very angry and left. So what am I trying to ask ourselves? If you cannot be able to do what Mully has done, and I know majority of us cannot be able to do the same to this magnitude, then why don't you, if you are able, just adopt one child, support one child, support two, support three. And if at all you are not able to support that one, why can't you be able and work very hard to provide for your family? Because what is there and why we have Mully family, we have seen what happens when we are able to give children basic needs, identify without judging them from their weaknesses, identify their strengths, nurture those strengths, and eventually train them and link them with opportunities. So, this is what I'm asking of you. Let us stop being judgmental. Let us change our attitude towards those of us